Everyone, you're welcome to this live session. So, guys, let's go straight into what we have for this live session. You can see what Boala Daniel is saying that even if you give Tinubu 30 years, nothing will work in Nigeria, as in, he won't be able to achieve anything. That is another striking statement coming from this PDP chieftain. You can imagine people have seen Tinubu finish, as in, the way Nigerians say it. They have seen this man finish. For Boala Daniel to make this statement, is a very strong statement, meaning that the person we have now as the president of the country has got nothing to offer Nigerians. That's exactly what he's trying to say. That even if Tinubu is given 30 years, he has nothing to offer. I don't even know how he came up with this statement, the analysis he made before making this statement. But if this should really be the fact, and the APC is still struggling to come, as in to still come vie for this position in 2027, having Tinubu in mind to be the presidential candidate again. So does it mean Nigeria will have to go through all this stress again for how many years? Seeing that we have somebody that we shouldn't be expecting anything different from him. Anyway, this is coming at the wake of the recent killings that took place in Plateau State. Like we all know, Plateau State has been bleeding since Christmas. I mean, the Christmas Eve, the bad people just went into one of the communities, I think two communities like that, and they destroyed people's lives. As at the moment, I think close to 200 lives were taken during that attack. And so many people have been calling out the president. Like somebody put up some of these tweets from Tinubu during the time of Jonathan. These tweets were as far back as 2014. Like you can see the date is attached there. These were some of the tweets he put out there when it was Jonathan's time and all these things were happening. And people are like saying, okay, that he criticized Jonathan. What is happening currently? We've not really seen this government, taking some steps. I mean, they just want to wait until something happens before they start acting. Because we were expecting that, okay, since a new president has taken over from Buhari, let's see what he has for Nigerians in terms of addressing insecurity. But we've not seen anything. They only become active or proactive each time these attacks happen. And that is even what is annoying so many Nigerians. See, this is also another tweet in 2014 against Jonathan. As a country, we are united in grief over the Nyanya attacks. But as a people, we must rise up to demand this government provides better security. That was in the days of Jonathan. And this is one of the reasons they decided to vote against Jonathan. Nigeria's security outlook is depressing. The unending attacks suggest a failure of intelligence. Government must rethink its strategy now. So all these were the tweets he tweeted during the days of Jonathan. And now it is happening before his own face. And some people have criticized him that since these things happened, he has not released any statement. But I think he has done that now, not quite long. But as far back, we know this thing happened on the night of 20, I think the eve of Christmas. That's on the 24th of December. And today is 27. I think it's today that he released his own statement. So Nigerians have been reacting badly on the social media because we can't afford to allow all these things keep happening. He said he was going to stop or start from where Buhari stopped. And that is exactly what we are seeing, because during the time of Buhari, we didn't see any difference. Though they said they ended Boko Haram, they ended this, but you can see what is happening. Let's just take one of these videos and so that you get to understand exactly what is happening.
The tragic incident unfolded on Saturday, extending into Christmas Eve. Casting a shadow over the festive season, the terrorists burnt down houses in no fewer than 20 different communities, sparing no one, including babies, as the casualty count continues to rise, with security forces, local vigilantes and hunters recovering more bodies. The Plateau State Governor, Khaled Mutfwang, expressed dismay, describing the attack as unprovoked. He further appealed to those perpetrating the attacks to stop as they have nothing to gain the attacks. But Dr. Abati, I believe I heard you earlier say that this has been going on for years, since 2009. I was having a conversation this weekend with my colleagues, and I talked about the fact that there is war in some parts of Nigeria, and I also raised the fact that there's been killings in Plateau State. We went back and forth to describe what war means. Let me just read it out. What war means: a state of armed conflict between different countries or different groups within a country. Or some tweets. This is from Pastor Okezie. When will there be lasting peace in Plateau State, Nigeria? Image 1. During President Olusegun Obasanjo's tenure, more than 200 innocent souls were massacred in a single night. Image 2. During late President Yar'Adua's tenure, more than 150 innocent souls were killed. Image 3. During President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan's tenure, same senseless and barbaric killings in the same state. Image 4. Former President Muhammadu Buhari's tenure wasn't spared in the wanton and senseless massacre. It went further to write, Dear President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the recent wanton killing of innocent souls shouldn't be swept under the carpet like in other presidents' tenure. The Nigerian Army, DSS, police, Nigerian Air Force, your men should be up and doing to forestall a reoccurrence. This is from a concerned and patriotic Nigerian. Then let me take another tweet here. This person wrote, the federal government cannot help Plateau State Governor Khaled Mutfwang must know this and learn from Kaduna and Katsina states. With an improved revenue, I see no reason why he hasn't employed and armed at least 5,000 civilian Joint Task Force officers to curb this genocide. Ayo, this is almost what I want to describe it as, genocide, because this.
So, guys, you've seen it for yourself. It's not as if this killing started recently. It's been there. And these are some of the reasons why Nigerians wanted a change in the last election. We all know that the people of Plateau State, they voted against their governor who was or who is also a member of the APC. They voted against him during the presidential election. Peter Obi got a lot of votes despite all the mago-mago they tried to play. And also during the governorship election, we also that PDP got the win because the people of Plateau State did not want to have anything again to do with the APC. They were really tired because they had enough of this genocide going on in their state. And that was why they were like, no, we must have a change of government. Okay, this president now has taken over. What is he doing? Because like Peter Obi will say, I don't want to get there and begin to give excuses. I've seen what is there, and that is why I want to go there to fix it. Yes, we all know that these problems, they started a long time ago. It's not as if it started recently, but he knew that we had these challenges. I mean, in terms of security, especially in places like Plateau, we have also in Kaduna, look at the southeast and all that. There are some parts of the country that are really, tensed by this insecurity of a thing. So what is this government doing in addressing some of these things to ensure we don't keep experiencing them? Because like now we see that Nigeria, like they told us, Nigeria is bankrupt. We are going out looking for investors who want to come into a country like this to invest, for God's sake. These are some of the things that we just have to know that these are problems challenging us. These are some of the reasons why people don't want to identify with Nigeria. Even some Nigerian citizens who are abroad, they don't want to bring their money home. Number one, they are afraid of coming home to invest. If you can remember, there was this man who left the United States of America to come to Uyo State to start a farm. We know what these herdsmen did to him. They destroyed his life, and that was how he employed many people. But he was killed because he refused them, grazing, allowing their animals to graze on his farmland. We all know how his life ended. So you can imagine, even if we can't get foreigners to come invest in Nigeria, there are are real Nigerians who really want to come home. Some people are even tired staying abroad. They want to come home to relax, and then the little they've saved outside the country, bring it, establish something and employ Nigerians. But this situation alone is enough to scare somebody. I mean, it is enough to scare somebody. For you to live wherever you are living, and you know that you have security, you have peace, there's light, there's water, there are roads, and everything is working, and you want to come to Nigeria. Because if we really want to get investors, we must start investing on our own first. And then people will see that our economy is picking up before the week. You don't just wait for foreigners to come do everything for you. We Nigerians, whether you are home or abroad, we are the ones to start fixing this country. But in a situation where we have cases like this, don't forget we have numerous IDP people. I mean, people, Nigerians living in IDP camps. This government has come in, they are close to 1 year. They are not even talking about the IDP peoples. These are like people who say these are time bombs waiting to explode, because if these children don't get proper education, if they are not properly parented, you know what that means for this country. We already have a lot of out of school children in the north, especially. It's not as if we don't have them in other parts of the country, but we know that the population is huge in the north. And then we are having IDP camps. It even marveled me when I saw that we have IDP camp in Edo State. I was asking somebody, is there war in Edo State? How come we have IDP camp in Edo State? I don't know how many of those we have. Then when you go to places like Benue, we have them scattered all over the places. We know at a time the ex-governor was saying that he can't even manage, you know, the expenses that it takes, as in what it involves taking care of these people in the IDP camps. And then when you go to places like this Plateau state, too, because these people, they come in, they sack some of these people from their indigenous land, and then they will take over, be living there, and then they will still at night leave that place that they've taken over to go and still destroy lives of people in nearby communities. That is just what has been going on. So most of these people are living in IDP camps. And our National Assembly, I don't think they've seen anything wrong with this. Like, we've been debating SUV, whether we should buy or shouldn't buy. We've been debating them going home with Christmas bonuses and all that. But the lives of Nigerians, I mean, Nigerians are experiencing bitter experiences, you know, being Nigerian. I mean, I know there are so many people that will be like regretting, why was I born in Nigeria? Because of the kind of leadership that we have. We have this huge gap in terms of leadership. Leadership failure is everywhere. So these people now, their lives are gone, and the president is in Lagos, you know, celebrating. Somebody posted a video where beggars lined up in his area just to get some money from him, or maybe to beg him, maybe they will get food or whatever. But you know, the situation is very, very pathetic. It's very, very pathetic, honestly. So somebody tweeted and was showcasing this video that these are the bad guys, and you can see security people around them. These are people who have access to AK-47 and all
Hello,
that.
hello,
But you could
Sunusi.
see security men
Da
in
Allah
their
ina son
midst.
kana ji.
You know, this
Ka
is
biyo
what we are
bakin
saying.
hanya duka ka
So
gaya
this
ma
man has
mutane
come out to
cewa
say that
da
people,
Allah ga
these
Fulani nan
people,
za
they
su
are
zo
not
su wuce ba ruwan kowa da su.
they are no, it's
An yi
not as
magana
if
ne yanzu za
one
su zo wuce.
strange, it's not as if the people doing these things are one strange set of people coming from one strange country to come and do it. These people are known, and some of them will even go to the extent of telling you that the security agents know them. So somebody tweeted and posted this video and was like showcasing where these are the bad guys in the bush from the north, and you could see people in uniform in their midst. And then the person was like, oh, they are even giving protection. You can imagine. So if we know these people, why is it that we are not going after them to like stop them from this carnage that we
The stakeholders involved in them means one thing: these are known people. They know the leaders of some of these people
very well. They are not hidden. The security agencies know them very well. We know where they are coming from. We know where they go to. The security agencies know them very well. We know where they are coming from. We know where they go to when they are attacked. That is not hidden. It's something that has been happening, and most of the times the good Samaritan among the herders will call and say, these people are coming to attack. At times, the place they will say they were coming to attack, they won't go attack that area, they will go for any vulnerable place and attack. And these things have been happening. But the last one that gave us cause to worry was when Abdul Salam was transferred, not barely 2 months or 3 months that he was transferred. And unfortunately, he was transferred alongside with his deputy to IC. The new person that was brought did not know much about the area. And you know, it has to take him time to understudy the place, and the attack resumed. Within the space of 2 or 3 months, I'm telling you, embark in Nadia room again. Like in Rio, about 20 villages have been attacked within this period.
You know, these are humans. We're not talking about cattle. We're talking about lives.
Human beings' lives.
And these are known people. And now, the whole essence why we're here and actually talking about this is to see that since these are not faceless people, these are known people, how we can actually stop these killings. Have you been able to start working towards that? You have a new governor, you're now in Abuja. What are the plans to see that this is over?
Well, it has been on news, remembered, about 3 or 4 weeks ago. Our governor, with all the members representing Plateau State at the National Assembly,
So, guys, the question is just: do we even have the political will to stop all these insecurity challenges that are stoppable? I mean, this is stoppable. It's not as if it's one strange thing that we don't know how to handle. This can be stopped. This is a set of people who have decided that, you know, they can just come into a community and take over their land, take over their property, and then they will use it to graze their animals and all that. But it is very, very appalling the way our government is handling this situation. That is even the painful aspect.
We are really under persecution from Islamic terrorists in Nigeria. I submitted 326 lists of widows, 84 orphans that were killed in crisis. Now additional 3 widows have been added just in one night, receiving killing almost every day. And they will say I should keep quiet. I will not keep quiet. Boring people on daily basis, moving from one village to another. And the government is not doing something to know about Mahanga. This is a stronghold of the terrorists in Plateau. It is from Mahanga they killed the Manja, the vice president of Church of Christ in Nation. It is from Mahanga they killed my grandmother. From Mahanga they killed my uncle. From Mahanga they killed one of my grandmother from the other house. My best friend that we grow, Daniel, Gan. It is from Mahanga they born his wife and 6 children, or 5 children. We have been preaching, pressing down our youth. They should accept passion. That is why they have never gone out to attack. But we are praying that God give us one day, according to your will, shall we pursue the Fulani? We are asking God of heaven and earth to respond. And when God says it is time, I will take vengeance for you, according to Ezekiel chapter 36. We are praying and fasting, asking God, shall we pursue you? When God will say we should go, let me tell you, what will happen in 24 hours? Nobody can be contented with that. We are waiting for that day. All my youth, we are except patient. We are waiting for that day. We need help. Our people are dying in silence. They have been selling seats all over. That is why we will not keep quiet.
So, guys, it's really, really so touching listening to this man. You can imagine what women in these communities are going through. As in, you will wake up to just discover that your husband's life is gone. As in, look at it. So this latest one now, they have more than 100 people whose lives have been taken away from them, and then those that are injured are not even included. They also have missing people that they can't even account their whereabouts. They don't even know where they are. And that is the kind of country we are living in. One just keep asking, when are all these things going to stop? I mean, the state governor too equally made a speech, but you know, so many people have condemned the handling of this issue, because sometimes these governors, they just sit down and wait for the federal government. And you know that this federal government, they are after their political position. You know, Tinubu may not really want to go hard on the Fulanis because it might disrupt his victory come 2027. That's the way he'll be looking at it. So if you tell him now to just come into office and start firing all these people, no, he might not want to take that route, because he may feel, oh, the Northerners will start criticizing him, and tomorrow that may jeopardize his chances of winning the election. You know, there's a way our politicians think. They think in a direction that favors them, their own interests, not the way that it will favor the people. So that is my own analysis. I'm thinking that he may not really want to go hard on these people because he might be thinking that that will jeopardize his chances of winning the election come 2027. We know that these politicians, they are desperate. I mean, the desperation is at its peak in terms of them wanting to come back to power or wanting to secure a particular position in leadership. So let me allow you listen to what this governor is saying. Many people have condemned him for not being proactive. He knows the kind of state he's handling now. He knows that these killings have been going on even before he assumed office. Why is it that since he came in, this is one of the reasons why the people voted against the APC. They voted for him. And why is it that he has not taken any action in terms of, setting up some security guards and, all those people that can also help to support the security agents? Because you can't just wait for Abuja to give you soldiers and give you police that will come and stay in your community permanently. You have to set up your own people like the governor of Benue State did when he was the ex-governor. He did something like that. And no doubt, possibly that even helped in reducing the rates or the speed at which we saw a destruction of lives in Benue State. So many people are condemning this governor for not
were preparing for Christmas. These terrorists, these criminals descended on our people again in various communities. I regret to inform you that as at this morning, we probably have had a harvest of deaths in excess of 100. We have buried not less than 15 people in Mangu local government, and in Bokos, it's 100 and still counting, minus those who are missing that we cannot account for at the moment. Also, not less than 17 communities have been completely burned down, and those who survived are presently in IDP, in the temporary IDP camp, particularly in Bokos. And it's been a great tragedy. What have we done to be able to get to this point before this current crisis? We resorted to both kinetic and non-kinetic strategies.
Anyway, that is it. Also, this governor has been criticized that he went to Lagos State to meet with Tinubu. We know that the president of Nigeria, Tinubu, is in Lagos State to enjoy his Christmas there. This governor you are looking at on my screen has gone to meet Tinubu there, just to a kind of how did they even put it? Let me see if I can read it out from here. It says that this man went to Lagos to to dobale and shine teeth with Tinubu when the bodies of the massacred Plateau people are still warm. So he just went there to celebrate he went to meet with other governors. I think this was already planned before this attack, but for a good leader who understands what leadership is, he would have excused himself from this meeting. No matter what, you need to go and see the number of persons being buried. And this governor left Plateau State to come celebrate Christmas. Nigerians, this level of insensitivity among our leaders. You can see him, the governor pays homage to Tinubu in Lagos as bodies pile up in Plateau State, in Plateau herdsmen attack. You can imagine him leaving the state. I don't know, where is that conscience that makes us living being? As in, why is it that we don't feel for the poor? Why is it that we want to worship these politicians? Look at when Buhari was in power. Buhari was almost being bowed to by these politicians. Now, where is he? That power is out. Nobody's remembering him again. Nobody's remembering Buhari. Now it's Tinubu's turn. Everybody wants to worship him. Everybody wants to be his best man. Everybody wants to get favor. How could this man leave his state at the peak of, his people being thrown into sorrow? How did he even manage to leave his state? So many people, he has come under attack. Nigerians are saying that, this is very, very bad of him. And you could see that before now, he planned a concert, and he's saying that the concert is still going to hold despite what is happening in the state. So most times when we look at why people consider other countries to be developed countries or developing countries is because, you know, some of these countries, they think there are times that you see like the G8 or G7 leaders of the world, they will come together and then you hear there's an attack. The person in whose country that thing happened will just excuse himself and will leave that meeting and quickly rush back to his home. But in Nigeria, it doesn't matter. You know, the lives of Nigerians worth nothing. No doubt, Dan Ebuala is saying that even if you give Buhari 30 years, he won't be able to be effective, as in he will not give us anything. And I think it is becoming clearer to Nigerians why we needed a younger person, why we needed people who really mean well for the people, not just grabbing power, snatching it, and you don't know what to do with the power. Now they got the power, they don't know what to do with it. Look at the situation in Nigeria. And if I were to be the president, even this ceremony that he had with the governors, he would have cancelled it, because as it stands now, it is not only the people of Plateau that are sorrowing. Nigerians are sorrowing. Do you know what it means to lose close to 200 lives just in a night? Nigerians, do you know what that means? One night, you are losing close to 200. They said the numbers have increased, as in the number has increased to 150 something, you know, and they have people they can't even account for. They don't know their whereabouts. And then we are not even talking about those that were seriously injured who are in the hospitals now. So you can imagine, if the president had been sensitive, he would have called off that gathering. And then the governor of Plateau State wouldn't have made the mistake of going to stay with Tinubu at such a time. This is one of the reasons why Nigerians, you know, they've come up to like say, oh, it's time for us to start checking these leaders. Any of them that do not serve the people well, we will vote them out. And I think this man is already exhibiting that character that would deserve him, you know, not being voted for come next election. How will you have dead bodies all over the places in your state and you just left to go and meet the people? So that is it. That is just the level of insensitivity that we are having in our country, because we have leaders who do not care, leaders whose governance is not about the people, but, you know, about themselves. That is just it. And we just hope that God will help Nigeria to just come out of this kind of politicians that have taken hold of the country. The most striking thing is that these killings is even taking place among the Christian community. That is even why it is even the worst, as if it is the cleansing of a particular religion that is taking place in the north. And to even make it worse, it happened at the eve of Christmas. Possibly these people were preparing and cooking and planning. Some of them must have gone to the market to like get clothes for their children, and they can't wait for the day to, you know how this Christmas vibe used to be. They can't wait for that next day to come, only for them to end up seeing these people coming into their community and killing them. So guys, honestly, we must condemn all these things. So this is Shehu Sani lending his own voice after these festivities. The president should discourage state governors from leaving their state to pay him homage. He's referring to the governor of Plateau State, who abandoned his state, you know, at the height of this insecurity issue, just to go and pay homage. When would they stop idolizing this our president? I mean, this man is not even a member of the APC, but whether he wants favor because of the case in court, so I don't know, honestly. But for him to just abandon his state when his people are sorrowing, if Tinubu couldn't call off that party or that gathering, why shouldn't himself excuse himself from attending? You know, first, it's a huge burden on the state finances. Of course, the cost of chartering flights and other expenses. Secondly, there appears to be a pattern of escalation of security. So honestly, Nigerians, this is it, what we have in Nigeria today. Tinubu mobilized army to invade Niger Republic, but same Tinubu can mobilize the army to curtail the killings of Fulani terrorists in northern Nigeria. So this person is saying that, oh, He was able to stand up when the United States wanted him to enter Niger. But look at what is happening, before him. And it took him a whole lot of time to have come out to condemn this thing. This happened 24th night, the eve of Xmas. But I think he released his statement possibly today because his statement is still fresh. So you can imagine, and this news has been everywhere. It was there even right from on the 25th. It has started circulating. Then they've not really come up with the exact figures of those that died and the injured and those missing. But as it stands now, the number is close to 200, those that lost their lives. Nigeria, just one night. Can you imagine? The lives of people really mean nothing to these our leaders. And that is why we just want a new set of leaders, people who have conscience, people who really want to see this Nigeria survive, not people who are taking the citizens for granted. Because if you look at it, you know that they don't value Nigerian people's life. So this is coming from Showore. He has equally added his own voice, saying that Plateau massacre, headers are known to Nigerian rulers, so they enjoy special status, says Showore. Like I've said, during the time of Buhari, we saw that these headers, they were more bold, as in they can just enter anywhere, any part of the country. If you tell them, don't parade your cows on the street, they will do it. Don't enter the cities, they will do it. There was that boldness. But now that we have somebody different, as in from the southwest, we were thinking that Tinubu will come up and security will be his number one priority. We saw what happened in a war attack where these people came into a church and destroyed people's lives. We've seen so many things, coming from them. But the issues with our government is that they will always wait for something to happen first before they start taking their own action, and then it's already late. Even countries in openly declared war haven't experienced such killings ongoing in Nigeria. Yes, like we all know that Nigeria is one place where you see strange things, and if it happens, nobody is held responsible, nobody is being arrested, and that is why it will just keep happening. Like you can see it, Plateau attack, even countries, okay, it's just a repetition of what I just said now. So Peter will be saying that even those who are at war, they don't experience what we experience in Nigeria, honestly, because people's life don't mean anything. Don't forget what has been happening in southern Kaduna, and you can see it still continuing. So look at the number of people. This is the mass burial. This is coming from Plateau State. This is the recent killing. As at this time, it was 155 persons that were being buried. It's like a mass burial taking place. And I don't know how Nigerian leaders feel when they see all these things. These are not log of woods. These are not firewoods. These are human beings being laid like this. I think this is not happening in any country, honestly. This don't happen in any country. And we say we need investors who want to come home to leave his comforts elsewhere to come to Nigeria in the name of you want to invest. It's not as if Nigerians, especially those abroad, don't have ideas that they can bring home. That is the strategy China used to get to where they are today. Peter Obi has always reiterated that. He said China got to where they are today because when they discovered they needed knowledge, they had to send their people outside the country, go and get the secrets and bring them home. And that's exactly what they did. They left their countries and went to different schools in the United States, in Europe and all that, got knowledge, stole what they could steal, and brought all those things home. And then they used it to start building their country. Look at China now. China challenges the United States because they are not far from them anymore, and that is how it should be in Nigeria. We have talented Nigerians. We have many of them, when you talk of academics, Nigerians are doing well outside the country. They've got the knowledge, but fear will not allow them to come home to help develop Nigeria. And when such a thing happened, our president did not even come out to quickly make any statement. So this is the Israeli prime minister, like we all know. He said Israel prime minister says no peace until Hamas is destroyed. This is what we call leadership in action. Nigerians, this is leadership in action. Don't forget that almost the whole world is abandoning Israel at the moment because lives of children are being affected, lives of women, especially women and children, are being affected in terms of the massive destruction that Israel really wants to get rid of Hamas, and that has affected the civilians. So many people who were supporting Israel, they are like trying to dump Israel. They are saying, oh, Israel, we are no longer going to support you because whatever you are doing now is affecting children, and we can't afford to support you while the children keep losing their lives and all that. But Israel is saying, see, no going back. Whether you like, give me your support or not. Don't forget that even the United States president has come out to say, Israel, this way you are going, especially in terms of destroying lives of civilians, we are not supporting it. But Israel's prime minister, he has vowed, he even told Hamas then that, see, these things you people have done, you will regret it, because we will come after you and no amount of pressure will stop us. This is leadership in action. And this is the kind of step we expect our leaders to take in Nigeria. Why is it that people just keep losing their lives? I mean, if you had followed the tweets that Ojope pulled up, she was like, okay, she read about a tweet where the man was making reference to these occurrences that it has been happening not today, right from the time of Olusegun Obasanjo, the ex-president. These things have been there, but nobody have had that political power or political will to say, I must bring it to a stop, because they are scared of, not being voted for second term. And when they come second term, some of them, they'll be grappling on what to leave office with. They will not want to go hard on these people. Nigerians, we are really in a strong mess. I just hope we get leaders like this who want to defend for Israel. The life of an Israeli worth a lot. So for you to even attempt destroying one person, two persons, or three, or even more, honestly, they are not going to take it lightly. They won't. And you can see the Israeli prime minister saying that there is no way they are going to withdraw their plans to destroy Hamas, that Hamas must be destroyed. No going back. And we just look forward to one day Nigeria getting a leader like this who will say from today, no Nigerian will be kidnapped. Sorry, there is this news of a monarch in Enugu State who was kidnapped. His kidnappers demanded for 6 million. 6 million was paid. They gave them rice, wine, and other food items for them to release him. We can't wait to get a leader, to have a leader who will come and say no Nigerian will ever be kidnapped. Let me remind you that some core members who left Akwa Ibom State going to Sokoto State for NYC were kidnapped. There were like about 6 of them. Till today, they've not been released. Nobody even know their whereabouts, if they've been killed, if they are alive, if they are being fed, if they are left hungry, and all that. Nobody knows. Nigerians, these are core members who finished school, hoping to get job, having that excitement. Oh, let me go do my youth service. I can't wait to start working so as to help my family, only for them to be kidnapped on their way to Sokoto State. Until today, nobody's remembering them. We've not even seen the presidency or the spokesperson come to give any briefing on their whereabouts. And when we say leadership in Nigeria is I don't know how to describe it. I know some people will think we are being tribalistic, maybe because it's not Peter Obi that is there. No, let's call a spade a spade. Things don't work like this. When you don't have value for the lives of your people, and you want people to just come out and start praising you that you are doing the best, that doesn't help us. So you could see what Daniel Bwala is saying, that even if you give this president 30 years, that he won't be able to use it to achieve anything. And that is why we must keep saying that we want a change and act towards it, because power belongs to the people, whether they like it or not. So this was the tweet that led to that video that I shared with you guys, where those bandits were seen, even with security agents. And this person said, these are known facts. The Fulani terrorists don't hide. The government knows them. The security operatives, where they are in this viral video, the extremists were seen brandishing AK-47 rifles in front of Nigerian soldiers. This will also okay, that is just it. Like I shared that video with you guys not long. You could see people on uniform with these people. You keep wondering, Nigerians, how did we get here? how did we get here? You see, how did we get here? This is the video. See them and they are gone. No fear, nothing. You see people wearing uniform, security agents in the midst of these people,
hello
that
Sunusi.
as if they are being
Da
protected.
Allah ina son kana ji. Ka biyo bakin hanya duka ka gaya ma mutane cewa da Allah ga Fulani nan za su zo su wuce ba ruwan kowa da su. An yi magana ne yanzu za su zo wucewa kawai za su yi. Ka gane abu bakin hanyar nan kar wanda ya ce wani abu ga su nan wucewa kawai za su yi. Da Allah abi ga su nan za su taho yanzu da Allah abi a gaya ma mutane.
So it's very appalling, honestly, what is happening in Nigeria. We don't even know how to describe it. Sometimes you don't know which word, as in that you use to describe what is going on in Nigeria. So we just look forward to seeing the government taking proactive measures, in ensuring this thing does not continue, because we can't just continue this way. So these are additional images that I just wanted to share with you guys. So this is Madi Shehu. We all know him. He's a northerner, but he posted this tweet, and for me, it makes sense. He says, airport in Daura. Federal government silently building an international airport in Daura. The initial cost was 10 billion naira, but has been revised to 30 billion recently. This is an insult on Nigerians who are being told to make sacrifices, meaning those who are paying the tax. Tell me, international airports in Daura, Nigerians, that is where we are. Don't forget that Tinubu tried to build railway to Niger. I don't know if that was completed or it was left halfway done. I don't know. But you can see building international airport in Daura, which we all know is not even a business environment. How many people in Daura are flying outside? And who want to, as in, if you are landing Nigeria, you prefer to land in Sokoto, with all the insecurity that is going on there. Who will want to land in Sokoto before maybe heading to the south? Nigerians, we don't even understand. Why is it that our leaders think backward instead of forward? Why is it that we just enjoy spending and wasting the little resources that we have? Because that's just what it is. Looking at this image, they don't care. This is even a northerner condemning this. If it were to be a southerner that made this post, and some people will attach religious or tribal sentiment to it, but it's coming from a northerner, and he's saying that this is an insult on Nigerians who are being told to make sacrifices. Yes, we are being told to tighten up our belt, to hope for tomorrow, to wait and be patient. It will take the government some time and all that. It is Nigerians who make these sacrifices. They are the ones who pay these taxes that these people use anyhow. Tell me, of what benefit is this international airport situated in Katsina State? Of what benefit is it? In Daura, to be precise. So guys, that is the kind of leaders that we have. Okay, I made mention of this. Kidnappers free Enugu monarch after collecting 6 million bag of rice, chicken, wine, others as ransom. So Nigeria remains a joke, honestly. Nigerians remain a joke. So this group, Baptist Church, they are urging the president of Nigeria to stop the senseless killing of Christians. I think this has been going on, especially in the days of Buhari. We had a lot of persecutions towards the Christians, and it is very, very sad to still see that continuing under this APC leadership. We still have 3 years to spend under the APC leadership. I just hope that they will not have anything to do with 2027 election. That's just my prayer, that all their plans to come back again, because they are coming back not because they believe the people are going to vote for them. They believe INEC is there. They believe the judiciary is there. They believe like the person of Wike who helped them in River State is there in Abuja. He also have powerful influence in River State. So they are already strategizing. And like I always tell you people, that an analyst said the APC is a kind of really thirsty and hunger, as in having that huge thirst and hunger to take over Kano State and River State. And we can see it playing out. So we just hope for a better tomorrow. What are we going to say as citizens? We don't have any say when it comes to all this. Whatever they want to do, they will do to us. They remain the leaders as INEC has made them be. So we just look forward to a time where we'll have the opportunity to choose a leader of our choice. But as it stands now, and like Bola Daniel rightly said, Nigeria is not working, as in it's not working. And that even this, if this government is given 30 years, I mean, the person of Tinubu, he will still not achieve anything. And that is just what we are seeing now. They've not come up with any policy to address some of the challenges we are having currently as a country. Nothing is working. There's naira scarcity, despite the fact that we are in a festive period. People will go to banks, they will not be able to get money. They will tell you that naira is scarce. People are hoarding naira. And we can't just wait to get all these stories and excuses out of our way so that we start enjoying the Nigeria of our dream. So, guys, I'm going to be ending this stream at this point. Thank you very much for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Give this video a like so that YouTube can recommend it to more people, and also subscribe to the channel. Give me that support, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell that is close to the subscription button, the subscribe button. Just click on it and then it gives you option. You select the all. That means you get all our updates. And if you don't mind, you can also buy us a cup of coffee. You have that icon there, super chat, super sticker icon is down beneath the comment section. You can do that to support us. I want to say a very big thank you for staying with me today. Let's meet again tomorrow. Good night and God bless you.